I really felt like the Democratic candidate should have been Bernie Sanders. Going if you really want to go back to even like the primaries. But yeah, I mean, I feel like kind of got pushed out like on purpose. Like they, really made it impossible for him to win, even though he had the most enthusiasm. And I mean, I guess now that Biden's won, the Democratic Party can say like, what we did worked.
Who do you mean pushed them out of the Democratic Party?
Because I feel like even in this election and in the last election, he was the most popular candidate. He had the most support. People were most excited about Bernie, and really the Democratic Party did as much as they could to block him from becoming the candidate.
Any specific reasons to why?
Because he's too liberal, and he basically, I don't know, borderlines on socialism with a lot of his policies, and I mean, I don't know. He's like, to me, he's not the corporate, front, like he's not the establishment, he's
billionaires.
Yeah, he's he is a, kind of grassroots, like anti-establishment, person who, if you look at his record, you watch him, look at his past speeches, anytime he's gone before Congress, he really is passionate and like just seems like a good person. And he's like the only candidate I can remember in recent history where I'm just like, wow, this is a really good person. And I feel like he actually believes in, what he's doing. And so, yeah, I was just super excited about him. I feel like, just like in, the 2016 election, he should have been the candidate, but the Democratic Party didn't want him, or the leaders or whatever. And so they did everything they could to basically get him out. And I was convinced he was going to be the candidate. And then out of nowhere, Joe Biden comes up. I'm just like, what? Like, who's excited about Joe Biden? Nobody, is like excited about it. It's maybe they don't want Trump to win, and so they're like, oh, he's the most likely candidate. But yeah, anyway, so that was basically just kind of bringing up the start of that. But once Biden got the nomination and started campaigning, it's like I didn't think he had a chance. I really before all the crazy events
Sleepy Joe
that happened in 2020, I really thought that Joe Biden had no chance. I thought Trump was going to win by a landslide unless, the media can really like figure out how to, just shit all over him, which they did the entire year.
I mean, they did for 4 years.
Yeah, for 4 years. But no, especially 2020, like literally all the crazy chaos, like the protests, like people being killed by the cops, and riots protests breaking out, and with the shutdown and COVID, and he was blamed for not responding fast enough. At first he was blamed for doing too much or something. I don't know. It was basically he couldn't do anything right this year, and so yeah, just I feel like pretty much everything that happened got blamed on him, and the Trump administration, and he did his nonchalant, whatever, I don't care what you say, I'm just going to keep doing. And, it's with the echo chambers that really just evolved, over the last few years with social media, and the way that they structure social media, I feel like it just, it got super divisive. And then they, the people who didn't want him to win, really just did everything they could to make him seem like the biggest monster in the world.
Just about.
Yeah, and I feel like, I'm not a huge Trump supporter. I don't necessarily think he's a good person and should be in charge of other people's lives. Yeah. But I also don't, believe all the awful things that are, blamed on him and his administration. I mean, there's a lot of problems, and there's a lot of just foolishness that he could save himself a lot of trouble if he handled things more
a little more grace,
tactfully. Yeah, with much more grace. But
he's gotten better though.
He has gotten better.
I've noticed an improvement between the last few years. Before 2020, he had plenty of reasons to just kind of lose it.
Yeah, word.
and he didn't.
Yeah, and actually, so that like brings up like like that HBO interview. I don't know if you saw. It was like a 40-minute, like an hour-long HBO interview where the interviewer is just like hounding him and just trying to make him look like an idiot the whole time. He's just like,
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And and I'm like what? Actually, watching that, I was like, wow, Trump actually seemed like a reasonable person, and just like the guy who's interviewing him seemed like a dick,
like an idiot.
And so I'm just like, the thing is, you can't just believe like people like have been programmed to choose a side, and it's like that person's the enemy, and you have to hate everything about them, and it's like it's like people are people. They make mistakes. They do good things. Like Trump's done a lot of good things in his life. He's made a lot of mistakes, but like he's a person, and one thing I think that everyone is, that I think, the people, the media, and a lot of people in charge of our economic and social system are trying to keep people just like divided. And I really feel like all of this election stuff, with both candidates, is a distraction.
All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.